Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Big shocking game coming out of the surprise this morning. The NFL kicked off Sunday as a full day of football, and it was fun. Definitely I could tell at my work it was a lot busier. People were honestly really excited for the NFL to kick off. We were selling lots of boneless pork butts. Everybody's throwing something on the smoker. We're doing some steaks. Definitely making more money today than we did last week. But the game that I chose to turn onto the radio today was honestly the Buffalo Bills going up against the Indianapolis Colts. I picked this game honestly because I just was lazy and I plugged it in and it was on ESPN 1320, and that's the game that we ended up going with. I didn't know until this game ended when I flipped it over that the Rams and Seahawks were playing on 11:40. And I probably would have liked to listen to that game, seeing how my buddy Troy is at that game. He has damn good tickets for that one. Rams are coming back. I believe they're forced in overtime as of right now, but should have been listening to that one. But the Colts and the Bills, Indianapolis came into this game as one of the guys that were really being pushed to be a favorite to win the Super Bowl this year. A lot of people looking at Andrew Luck really taking that place of being one of the real prototype quarterbacks in the NFL, really stepping up and putting some numbers and some rings behind the name that this guy has built there. But, you think of Frank Gore. He made news by signing with the Eagles, and then just right after that, immediately, jumping ship and signing with the Colts after that. He made his debut. His first run from scrimmage was a run up the middle, 7 yards. And from there, on the same drive, he dropped his first pass that was passed his way. Frank Gore wasn't a big factor in the game today. He only had 8 carries for 31 yards. I don't think that Frank Gore is done. I think that Frank Gore still has a lot left into the tank. He's still one of my favorite players in the NFL. It sucks that he's not in San Francisco, but I can understand why he's not. And for him to be with Indy, I think that they got a good guy. And once Indy figures out what's going on and what went wrong today, they're going to be all right. But honestly, Taylor was the starting quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. I will honestly tell you, what the hell happened to E.J. Manuel? I know I'm not a big fan that follows the Bufftown Bills or anything like that, but wasn't he just your first-round pick just the year before last? And I don't know what happened. It didn't even sound like he was the backup quarterback on this team, but Buffalo, there was lots of talk about Buffalo, being the talk of the town. Everybody loves the Bills in Buffalo. I honestly thought that when the owner died, that the team was going to be moving to Buffalo, from Buffalo to Toronto, or at least, cutting their schedule. They were going to be in both places. Finding a way to add more to it, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that in a while, but people were saying that Buffalo was really excited about this team, how they've really put money into building a team. Rex Ryan brings expectations of coming there, even though the last few years with the Jets, Rex Ryan fell on his face. He's still a team that I went to believe 3 AFC championship games in a row, wasn't able to get it done, wasn't able to find the Super Bowl, but still, Buffalo, really hasn't been the same since these early 90s when they fell off the map, when they just couldn't win those Super Bowls against the Cowboys, the Giants. I believe the Redskins was the other team that beat them. They lost 4 of them in a row. They kept bringing that up, but definitely, early in the game, Taylor found Percy Harvin for a bomb of a touchdown. I believe it was over 50 yards. That put the Bills up on the board 7-0 at halftime. It had been 17-0. The defensive line of the Buffalo Bills were really trouble for Indy. They weren't really able to, get the passing game going. Early in the game, Luck hit T.Y. Hilton for 4 first down completions in a row, and then he went right back to him, and the pass was intercepted. And I know that T.Y. Hilton went down later in the game with a knee injury, and he was taken out of the game. But once that interception happened, it wasn't like Luck didn't have faith in that pass. It just wasn't like he was going that way anymore. Johnson really wasn't a factor. 4 completions for 24 yards. I know that he has expectations to win, there being an Indy. But Buffalo, just as a complete team, won this game. McCoy, out of the backfield, 17 carries for 41 yards. We'll see what gets done. Indianapolis definitely has to go to the drawing board and figure out what's going wrong with this team and how they're going to put it together. It was a fun game to listen to. I never thought that Andrew Luck this early in the season would be trying to find out what this team is and where they're going. But the Bills beat the Colts 27-14 in Buffalo to open up the season.